Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me this week. I think I got the mic issues sorted from the previous live I done 2 weeks ago. For some reason, Chrome decided it wouldn't work with StreamYard anymore, so I'm on Firefox this week. So hopefully the sound's coming through okay. Apologies, couldn't do a live last week. Unfortunately, my brother-in-law's father passed away, so I had to head down the country for a funeral, so that's why I wasn't around last week. But we're back at it now this week. I got the same trains running. Also, apologies, there's been no videos out as well. Just with traveling and everything, I just haven't had time to do anything. I'll see what I can get done over the weekend, but I've got a feeling I'm going to be busy outside, maybe tidying up after this storm when it goes through. I have never seen the weather map completely red like that and having a warning, a red warning, so early. So I'm a bit concerned about this storm, what it's going to do. I was thinking I might do a live tomorrow morning when the storm's hitting us. If I have power and internet, I may not, but we'll see. So keep an eye out. There might be an impromptu live in the morning. Anyway, let's put the screens back down and I'll have a look at the chat and see who's in the house. All right, let's have a look at the chat, see who's in. See, it goes back to Tom Houston is in. The chat won't go back any further. Wolfsex in. PW, how you doing? Hot Dog Andy's in as well. Hi, Andy. Maura King's in as well. Yeah, I see. We say there about Scotland having a red warning. My daughter is currently in Glasgow. She's over there for a Burns night. And not so long ago, everybody's phones. My daughter is currently in Glasgow. Didn't turn the volume down. Yeah, she's currently in Glasgow, and everybody's phones went off with the red alert, with the alerting system you guys have over there. So she said that was a bit of a shocker. Everybody's phones going off at once. Let's see, where was I? Who else we got in? Chat's jumped again. We got Brian, Furniture and Central Model Railway. Check out the website. Got the cup here. It's got Iron Brew in it at the moment. Maura's in. Brian's in as well. Oh, Fly My Chairman's there. How you doing, sir? Alan Mertz. Alan, that's you who's been watching all my videos over the past sort of 24 hours and commenting on every video and asking questions. I think that's you. If you've any further questions, pop them in the chat and I'll see if I can answer them. I think Alan is, are you in the States at modeling O-Gauge? Lindry's in here as well. How you doing, Lindry? Joshua W. Fix Gaming. Who else we got in? Brian Madden's in. Hi, Brian. How you doing? You ready for the storm up there? Tom. Who else we got? Oh, Simon Train. So watch out now for the puns. Watched the model rail replacement bus live stream last week. Had to get off as I needed to stop watching it. Oh, you can all hear me loud and clear. Excellent. And Brian's just shared Tom's YouTube channel. Also S2, good evening. The storm hasn't hit me yet, but I think I've seen in the comments earlier it's starting to hit the south of the coast where Maura is. She's down in Kerry, so she'll be getting it first. We have a red warning from 6 a.m. to midday, I believe. Okay, thanks, Andy. Thanks, Alan. And Tom, yeah, thank you. Chris is in, Value 56. Good evening, Chris. How are you doing? Yeah, as you say, Lintry there, it is worrying that the fact that usually it goes orange and then a few hours beforehand to go, oh, we're just putting it red as a caution. The fact that the whole country went red yesterday and it's not really arriving until the middle of tonight, that I was like, oh, this must be a doozy. So we're going to get it. Scotland's going to get it. So really concerned. I was actually in the museum today, taking down loads of hoarding and stuff we had up for our Christmas event. And we took it all down to be on the safe side. Packed all that away, went around. I've been around the house out here outside, putting everything down, weighing everything down. So we'll see what we get in the morning. Oh, Leslie's in. Hi, Leslie. How you doing? Oh, everyone's on in as well. Hi, Ivo. Joshua, hi. I can't remember if I said hi to you or not. It was Art Club was cancelled. Oh, there's Gaza saying it's going to be 36 later in Brisbane. All right, don't rub it in. SHGP Media, good evening. For the cold, that's too hot. Yeah, I must admit, I prefer anything above 22, 23 degrees is too hot for me. Yeah, the red one is funny you say about the alerts there. My daughter's in Glasgow at the moment for Burns Night, and she said everybody's phones went off with the alert. It's like a scene out of like some movie or something where everybody's phone starts going off. Missiles are inbound. I was going to the Great Central tomorrow, but going to leave it. Filming in the wind would be a nightmare. He said, yeah, the mic noise, and it just wouldn't be worth it. Oh, RTG Trains is there, lurking in the background. Again, hi to anybody who's lurking in the background. Don't forget to give me the old thumbs up and share the stream and subscribe if you're new here. And if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat and I'll see if I can get to them. Oh, Alan says that's wait for more. Yeah, Alan was, I don't know how many of my videos you must have watched in the last 24 hours, Alan. I must have had about 20 or 30 comments from Alan asking questions on every video. Oh. Are we still live? I've got the whirling thing of doom. Or is that just that? John Penny, how you doing? Everything's in as well. Good evening, guys. Well, shop's been updated. Oh, Valerie's in the house. How you doing, Valerie? No, I didn't get an alert. We don't have an alert system in the Republic. Yeah, HSC has cancelled everything tomorrow. My daughter works for the HSC in the labs, and she said they're putting emergency things in Sligo Hospital for tomorrow to get staff in. I'm sure you'll be all right, Joshua. I'm sure I'll be back to normal next week. In the Netherlands, the yellow and orange warnings are usually worse compared to the red. They're very reluctant to give a red warning because obviously that has a lot of implications for businesses and transport. Like all public transport is stopped tomorrow while the red's on. All businesses are closed. You're basically, it's like lockdown again. You shouldn't be out traveling or doing anything. Oh, Simon's been to Bristol for the Model Railway Show on Sunday. Enjoyed it, very good. Oh, Trevor Veal's in the house. How you doing, Trevor? I have a pretty good wind gag on the mic, but I doubt it'd be good enough. Yeah, I always got the, was it, they call it the dead cat? I've always got it on my mic. I never actually take it off. Thank you, Alan. Yeah. I started filming a video on the TMD. I've started putting the track down in that. But that, just things happening, you know, I just couldn't get to it. So hopefully now, as long as I have electricity over the weekend, I can do a bit more until the batteries run out in the camera. Of course, I won't have any light, so the video could be by candlelight. Oh, still alive. Yeah, one of the screens just went off. I think it just had a moment. Bet it will be a wee puff of wind. I don't know. Usually when they put these wind alerts out, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, okay, just get on with it. But this does have me a bit concerned that they've gone to a red so quickly. Oh, Elizabeth's in. That's Turco Donegal Railways. How you doing? Yeah, so usually where we are, Northwest Ireland, storm comes in. Yeah, it's no biggie. You know, there's one of those jokes that goes around, you know, the rest of the country is like, oh, storm coming. We're up here going, oh, it'll be a great drying day. Let's get the washing out on the line. Oh, SHGP Media, I'll have a video out tomorrow. Oh, you've got the wind and rain now, have you, Maura? When do you go red, Maura? Oh, Timber Surf's in the house. Hi, Timber. How you doing? Smallwood Junction. How you doing? How long does it take for chat to reach your device? Well, the problem is that so much chat comes in. The chat comes on is quicker than I can read. And when somebody new comes in and everyone says hello, then the chat just jumps. Yes. No, there's no problem with asking Alan. That's, you know, I love it when people ask and they want to know different bits and pieces and what to do. And, you know, it helps me improve my videos as well, because if I've done something in the video and you ask a question, it's like, right, well, I can add that into the next video or something, you know? So ask away. I won't always be able to answer the questions as quickly because obviously I'm working and depending on what I'm doing, but, you know, ask away. And the great thing is these live streams, if you come in and ask and you got a particular question, I can sometimes demonstrate it to you or show you what I actually mean, which is a bit easier than writing something out sometimes. It comes across better. If this is the calm before the storm, it's going to be nasty. Yeah, it's quite calm here at the moment. We had a little bit of rain earlier on, but yeah, it's all still. I'm just expecting to wake up tomorrow morning with no roof. TMC have new class 47s. Oh, don't say that. Now I'm going to be looking on there because I do like a good old class 47. See, now why is this 37 stopping every so often there? Probably track needs a bit of a clean there. Live by candlelight, that would be different. Oh, Andy's in the house, Moorland Model Railway. Andy, how you doing? I've just breezed in for a while. Oh dear. You got to leave the puns up to Simon. Go about Glasgow. Just a reminder for anybody who's in Ireland or in Northern Ireland, we're having our show on the 22nd and 23rd of February. Saturday we'll be in the Foyleside Museum in Derry. And then on the Sunday we'll be in our museum in Donegal Town. Also, Worley are having their open day on the 16th of February. Is that the Sunday? Let me just check a minute. Yeah, the 16th of February. I'm actually going to be there because we're heading over to pick up the Inver layout. I've actually got the van booked and getting the ferry booked as well. So I'll be over there. We're getting the overnight ferry from Belfast to Liverpool. Got a cabin on the ferry, off there to Worley, and then finish Worley, head back to the boat and back to Belfast. So if anybody's around Worley or fancies going to their open day on the 16th of February, I can see you there. Oh, trying to find work experience as well, Joshua. My daughter's just started her placement for her degree. And I have another daughter and doing another placement for her degree as well. Rail Videos NI, good evening. How are you doing? And Daz Faulkner Station Engage is in. How are you doing, Daz? I think I'm way behind in the chat. Oh, you're red from midnight, Maura. Yeah, we're 6 a.m., I think, last I checked. And then the washing is fine the next time over. Oh, Clive's in as well, Newland Railway. How are you doing, Clive? I'm supposed to be taking my car for a fix tomorrow, fingers crossed. Ooh. Let's see, I'm in Doncaster on the 16th. Oh. Everyone's saying hello to Clive and Andy. Best thing you can get is 2 storms in quick succession, cleans out all the questionable trees for the next few years. I think there might be another storm coming next week, or I'm not sure if that one's going to veer off and miss us completely, but the pilot in me tends to look at all the pressure charts and everything in the lows and see what way they're traveling and the jet streams, and then look at the forecast. And it's 9:45 for Elizabeth down in near South Africa, isn't it, Elizabeth? Rain and boom. We also had warnings for heavy weather coming our way. The world is upside down. Yeah. Oh, Moneybrook Junction's in. How you doing, guys? Sorry, I need a swig here. I'm going to take the. Brian's had enough advertising now. I'll take the cup away. So I'm on the Iron Brew, and then followed by a 7-Up Light. I think I've blown your puns away, Simon. Oh, dear, Andy. Oh, you're coming down, Matthew. Are you on the 22nd? Be good. Mark, if you fancy visiting the train shop on your way back. Platform 7A, good evening. That's a new name. You're very welcome. Again, guys, if you got any questions or anything, you want to ask anything about the layout or anything about model railways in general, just pop it in the chat and I'll get to the question. Since I've been on, there's been a couple of few releases from, I think Helgen announced their releases the other day. Of course, we had Hornby last week or the week before. Anything from you guys? Anything that you guys think from either of those releases, or even Curascal? They do some new wagons as well. And I think Dapol's come out with some stuff as well. So there's been a lot recently. I can't say I've come across anything that I'm like, oh yeah, I must get that. Yeah, I got some of the track. I'll if I get near the bottom of the chat, I'll show you what I've done so far. All right, Jerry, how are you doing? Oh, you're batting down the hatches. You shouldn't be too bad. You're quite inland in Cavan, aren't you, Jerry? I haven't, to be honest, I haven't actually looked at the updated charts from the last day or two to see exactly where the worst bits are going to be, but according to the weather map, it's everywhere. Yeah, you see the other one flying around? Yeah, I was looking at it going, Junior John Davies, Junie or JJ. Well, how are you doing, JJ? Very welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. Oh dear, I'm surrounded by questionable trees and my firewood shed is already full. My missus said to me today, because there's a tree sort of at our exit, And she said, oh, if that comes down, you'll be able to chainsaw it and cut it up. I said, yeah, but my chainsaw's actually in the railway in the museum, because I had it in there for cutting up some sleepers a while back. It's still there. So saving up for my Chevrolet pickup 1955 project, about another 750K. Wow. You never have too much advertising. Oh, you live in St. Louis, Missouri. So, Alan, I presume you said you were doing O gauge. Is there any particular era or railway that you're modeling? Like, you probably won't recognize the locos going around, but the orange one going around here is actually an Irish railway model, which actually runs on a completely different gauge. It's 5'3" gauge in Ireland. The rest are UK locos and rolling stock, which run on 4'8.5". So my layout is not prototypical. I just run what I like. Got a V8 engine, autopilot, the rest of the bodywork, spray job, interior. Wow, that sounds like a big project, Elizabeth. You've added some Steam logos. See, there he is, Brian, trying to tempt you into his website. Now, I must admit, I have purchased a good few things from Brian's site. Oh, God, I hope my missus isn't watching. And it is very good. It's very reasonably priced. It's secondhand stuff. It's really good. It runs really well. So I've had no complaints. What am I using to align my track over the board joins? Well, I started off using those little pads you get from DCC Concepts, soldering, doing that. I've also, in some places, used screws, but I've given up on both of those ideas. And what I'm doing now in the top level is I'm just laying the track across the joint, making sure it's all level. And then I'm just using Yoo-hoo glue to run a bead of glue down the center of the sleepers and around the edge of the sleepers for like 4 to 5 inches either side. A couple of track pins in as well to help secure it. And then once it's dry, then cutting the track. And that seems to be holding the track far better and simpler and cheaper than what I was doing the other bits of faffing. So that's the way I'm going to do it now. So obviously you make sure you have your boards and everything aligned. Now my boards between them, they have dowels, so they'll remain aligned. But actually the track is just glued down and then cut. Totally Donegal's in the main firing line. Oh, thanks, Jerry. I'd say if I have power and internet, I might try and do a live in the morning. Just because obviously everyone's off tomorrow, nobody's doing anything. So I just might do it just so people can look out the window here and see what it's like. You might be able to see anything, or you might just get a short from me standing outside my house with no roof. Oh, Colin's in the house. Colin Wilkes, how you doing, Colin? Yeah, that's true, Matthew. Yeah, you'll be able to get the train down, won't you? Well, you see, you can book a hotel, stay overnight, and then get the 64 bus and come and see our show on the Sunday, because we're going to have different layouts or a few extra layouts at our show on Sunday. That's good. That won't be in Derry on the Saturday, because some of the clubs up in Belfast, because obviously it's on the same weekend as the Scottish show, they're actually going over to the Scottish show on the Saturday and then coming back. And then on the Sunday, they're going to travel down to us with layouts. So, yeah. Now, I did say that when we booked out, but that unfortunately it was the only weekend because we're trying to work the weekends with our museum and with the museum in Derry. So you got to have a weekend that you can have it on together. But that's, anyhow, that's. I've just watched the weather and you'll be waking up in Norway on Saturday. All right, okay. Yeah, our GJ trains. How are you feeling, Grace? Are you better? So I know you were quite poorly for a while. It's 8 a.m. tomorrow in Donegal. The winds are 96 miles per hour. Oh. I think I will probably be woken up when the winds start hitting. Just seeing your comment there, Matthew. I think there's going to be about 7 or 8 layouts in foil and maybe 10 in Donegal. We're not going for a massive amount because it's the whole idea of our show. It's not just a model show; it's a railway show, and the idea is getting people in with artifacts and to tell their stories and do a couple of talks. I just noticed like most of the trains had just stopped there for no reason. As well as that, you get to look around the museum as well. So it's not just all about the layouts. Myself and the guy who are two model people from the museums were actually talking last night, and we were saying, well, maybe if it's successful, it might become an annual thing that one year Derry will do a 2-day event, and then the following year we'll have it in Donegal. So we'll just see how it goes. But if any of you have tried to organize a show before, there's a lot of work that goes into the background. It's like we'll have to rename another A4 next time. My son just informed us his first child is due in July. Oh, well, congrats, Brian. You're going to be a granddad again. Anthony Dodge is in the house. How are you doing, Anthony? Hope you're keeping well, sir. Have you got much snow over there? And how's that top moderator, Kyan, doing? Another logo for the museum. So that's right. Yeah, you did. When your granddaughter was born, you bought a logo for the museum. I just actually I was in the museum last night. I shot a video. I haven't even edited it yet. Looked at the footage, see what it turned out. But it was just a quickly changing a shuttle over and just a few bits and pieces I've done in the museum. So I'm not going to do any video editing while the storm's on because I don't want the power to go out in the middle of doing a video. So, you know, all the trains are misbehaving now. They're all stopping. And this one's stopping in the same spot. So let's get the old track cleaner on that. Give it a rub. I did run my finger over and there didn't seem to be any dirt on it. So, ooh. Let's see how that goes now. Oh, and this one stopped as well. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right, back to the chat. That's right, for sure. Getting the barn find at 180k was the first step. Oh, wow. Oh, Dara, look about the sheds in the house. How you doing, Dara? Brian, we have a mallard if you want it there. There you go, Brian. If you want that, you can order it off him. You can deliver it to the Wardy Club and I'll bring it back. Those items from Brian's website is a glitch that happened and accidentally were placed in your possession. And I'm just running what I like, and I have to learn a great deal before I even run trains. Alan, that's exactly it. Run whatever you want, the way you want to run it, and just get a loop of track down and sit there and watch the train go around, and then you can build on to it from there. Because a model railway is never finished. You're always fiddling with it. You're always changing things, and that's part of the fun of the hobby. I'm just going to give that 37 a little bit more juice. I think it probably needs a bit of a wheel clean. Yeah, the layout is DCC. I use the Gauge Master Prodigy to control it. And what I have here is a tablet because I got the Wi-Fi module with it. And I use Engine Driver app to control the trains. So on this, I can control up to 6 trains on this. Well, you can control more than that, but on the interface I'm using on Engine Driver, you can have 6 up at once. I've done a video a few weeks ago of this board here where I put in a DCC Concepts decoder, and I can control the points on this board. I've yet to wire in this one and this one, which is why I'm doing the track for the TMD. So that will be all controlled by DCC as well. Yeah, normal Yoo-hoo, just stuff, that stuff there. I don't know where you are, but they were selling this in the pound shops in the UK, obviously for £1. So I picked up a good few tubes there. I was thinking when I get to the till, they're not going to let me buy this amount because they think I'm off sniffing it. Donegal is a narrow gauge county. Yes, majority of it was narrow gauge. So we did have some broad gauge in there as well from the Great Northern. Smoky Joe, an 040 hang logo. Yeah, a little pocket rocket. Oh, so some of us are working. Oh, don't tell me you guys are working in it tomorrow. I would not like to be driving an ambulance in that sort of weather. Last I saw, the centre of the storm will pass just northwest of Donegal. Oh, that's bad, because it's just outside the centre where the worst winds are, where you have the highest gradient of the isobars. And I see the US Air Force have got the Hurricane Hunter aircraft in Shannon. They're going to fly around the storm and have a look at it. I'm just like, great. So we have to have the hurricane plane over here to... The old game of Hunt the Slates. Oh, yeah. I say it's heading straight for us. Donegal to Aberdeen, clipping North Wales on the way. Well, if I'm not on next Thursday, you know why? Because the last time there was this sort of massive storm, there was no power for 5 days. And this sort of storm, if it hits the country that badly, then obviously everybody, all the ASB workers are going to be trying to fix everybody's power, and it's just going to be a nightmare. Sorry, that train here just got decoupled. H&A Express Models and Skills. That's hi. How you doing? Hi. Hope you're keeping well. Joshua, don't get into that. What name do you guys prefer, Derry or Londonderry? That calls us. That is. It's whatever you want to call it. Whatever you feel comfortable with. They've thrown snow at you guys too, just to add to the fun. Oh. We're okay. Grace on the way out with Robin. Oh. One big gust of wind and I was in a bed first. I'm trying to psych myself up to do a relatively involved track section redo. Yeah, it's always when there's something and you're like, oh, I don't really want to do this. The best thing I can suggest is go and say, do you know what? I'm going to spend 15 minutes doing some prep work and get it. And before you know it, you've spent a couple of hours at it and you've done it. It's just that initial sometimes just to get down to it. And you're just like, oh, don't have the motivation. And at the end of the day, this is a hobby and you're supposed to enjoy it. But I know sometimes you're just like, oh, you just think, I'll just go and do 5 minutes. Currently working on my layouts. Yeah, the layout here is DCC. Oh, there's the Facebook link for Donegal Railway Heritage Centre. Oh, is Elizabeth off, is she? Okay. Missed that in the chat. I've had 2 to 3 inches in the last 2 weeks, frigid temps with warmers. I think I must be way behind in the chat. Oh, there's Nick, the Urban Outsider. Nick, did you get my message on Facebook, or are you just ignoring me? Or did I send it to the wrong account? Did auto coaches exist outside the Great Western Railway? I'll push that one out to the crowd there to see if anybody knows. Howard Bromford, good evening, Howard. How are you doing? This kind of crazy. I must be way behind in the chat. I remember we did a motorway show in Whitehead in 2019. It was some job getting the site ready and shunting stock out of the way to make more rooms for layouts. Yeah, I'd say. Any rail cleaner trains in the collection? Yes, I do. I have the Sarge cleaner. If you search that on my YouTube channel, you'll see that cleaner. That's the one I would recommend. I've got the little Dalpol electric thing. That's all right, just to use it as a vacuum to go around. I wouldn't recommend it otherwise. And then what I did have as well is I had those little clip-on ones you get from Woodland Scenic, or is it Woodland Scenic, that brand? They just clip on the axles of a wagon or something and they go around and dust the rails. Exhibited that. It's a great show. Mark, are you going to come to Crewe? The problem with Crewe is my family, we want to go on a family holiday. And obviously with my kids, some at work, college and everything like that, we penciled in a week in June, said, right, nobody do anything. Everybody who needs to book time off work, book that week off. School and college will be finished. We're going to go for a week's holiday. We don't know where we're going. And it happens to be when Crewe is on. So I don't think I'll make it to Crewe because I don't think I can convince my family to go on holiday to Crewe for a week. So I probably won't make it. It really depends. If anything, it'll be a last minute. Get a flight or hop on the ferry or something, but I don't think I'm going to make it. And you run the Class 37, but I've got 2 Class 37s running around, one in EWS and one in the grey red stripe. Oh, Brian's looking at the A4. Oh. Yeah, come on, guys, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Put a question in the chat. I'm trying my best to get through the chat, but it seems to be... Although I don't believe Jason's on tonight, so I can carry on to about 9 o'clock. As long as the storm doesn't come up and wipe my power out. Good old Yoo-hoo, yeah. There's 2 Class 37s running, JJ. There's that is a Class 37, and that's a Class 37. This is an Irish Rail, the orange one here, a Class 141. And then we have a Class 92 running around. Hey, Mark, I got your message the other day and promptly lost it. All I was asking, Nick, is our show, do you want to come up and exhibit at it on Derry on the Saturday, Donegal Town on the Sunday? I've got space here. You can stay with me. If you want to come up, if you want to bring Noreen as well, that's no problem. We've got the space. It's up to you. No pressure. I don't know if you're busy or whatever that weekend, but if you want to have a weekend break in Donegal, as long as my house has a roof, which after tomorrow. I'm going to suggest management do another. Yeah, that would be a good idea because, of course, they lost the road at Cultra. They're not doing that anymore. So it'd be good to have another one on the calendar. Apparently it's a proper Cat 3 cyclone. Oh, great. Thanks, Ivo. Raymond Legs in the house. How you doing, Raymond? How often do you have to wipe down the track whenever you're doing a run session? It really depends. Right. Cleaning your track. One of the important things to do is clean the wheels on your locos, but also don't forget to clean the wheels on your rolling stock because they get dirty too. So if you clean the track, then the dirt from all the other wheels is just going to go back down on the track. It really depends on the track, how often you have to clean it. Like this 37 now is stopping. Now I think it's more of a problem with the 37 wheels are dirty because the track is live. If I put my little track tester on it, as it goes by, it will show me that it's live. So I think that probably the wheels need a good clean. Yeah, so that's shown live all the way along there. So it's whatever it is about this track with this curve on it, you'll probably find the way the wheels go around it, that a couple of the wheels are dirty and not making contact, which is why it stops. And the same over here with this 37. They probably just need a good clean. Cleaning your track. Oh, this causes so many arguments in the community. Everyone says, don't use a track rubber, it's too abrasive, it causes micro scratches. I've got the Gauge Master rubber here. It's a soft rubber, aluminium oxide. It doesn't leave scratches. Rub it over the track, it cleans it. Also, I use surgical spirits or isopropyl alcohol on a rag or something to clean it. The other thing I use is electrical contact cleaner. Put that on it, spray some on a rag and rub it along, and that cleans the track. Don't usually have to clean the track that often. Never, ever use sandpaper. Don't use sandpaper. Yes, you can get cleaning cars. So if you look on my videos, there's Charge cleaning car. You fill it full of fluid, IPA or surgical spirit, something like that. It's got a little pad on the bottom, and as it runs around, it cleans the rails. And if you're using IPA, you want to use 99.5%, because that will evaporate and leave no residue. If you use like 70%, well, 30% to that water, that'll leave the water behind, and it just can cause more oxidation. There's a quick thing on track cleaning. Oh, JJ says he likes Ireland. Who doesn't? I mean, it's a great country. There's a crew renovating the townhome next door. Be like beep, oh, bit of noise. JJ, it's nice here in the summer. The other 50 weeks, yeah, it's a bit like that. There's the summer. We had 2 days. Oh, I'm sorry, indirectly brought politics. Yeah, it's just one of those, especially this part of the country in Northern Ireland, and that it can cause be very divisive. The word in the English alphabet with the most silent letters, or Stroke City. I got the message and I spent a week looking for it again in my Outlook. It was on Facebook. That's all right, no problem, Nick. Well, just let me know. Yes, the LMS called them push-pull carriages, and they were around before 1923 on the Midland and Northeast. And there we go. Who was a Britannia? Not me. It's currently 10 minutes behind the chat. Oh, how many people have we got in? Well, saying 42 at the moment. Hi to anybody who's lurking in the background there. I'm just trying to get through this chat. If you got any questions, put them in the chat. I might get to it eventually. Don't forget to hit the old thumbs up for me. Right, I'm going to start trying to speed through it. It's amazing what the Doppel vacuum cleaner sucks up the rest of it. Yeah, it is, Jerry. It's just like, oh, sorry, 37 is just away on a mission by itself. It's decided to uncouple. Oh, it's a little bit of a derailment, that's why. I do have some Hunt couplings on order, which will help with the coupling issue, because one of the problems with a long rake like this, because there's some elevation change. It makes the trucks, especially when you're going slow, it makes the trucks bunch up, and you can get buffer lock, and then it causes derailments. Whereas if the hunt couplings, it'll keep the rake the same distance apart. If you look, I don't know, but you can see I can push and pull this. There's a lot of movement over a rake of wagons or coaches. Railroad cleaner wagons are all pretty useless. To be fair, Tom, the Sarge one is pretty good. It's based on, it's the same as the, is it CMX one, the brass one? It's a heavy one. It's got the fluid in it. It works really well. Takes a bit of a while to get it set up for your layout, because if you get the height just right, if you don't have the height just right, when it goes over a point or something, it's going to derail and come off. But once you have it set right, you can just put it around with the loco, put it in front of the loco, because then as it goes around depositing, the loco's wheels go over it and they get a bit of a clean as well. Do you have a Class 40? I think I do. Where it is, I don't know. Now, is that a Class 40 or Class 42? And here's the opportunity. Can you do a how-to video in the future of making both a freight and a passenger car track cleaning car? I've never done that, and it's easier just to buy one. You probably, whatever manufacturer you use, they usually make some sort of cleaning wagon. With the size of that storm you have done, all that work to move, you'll only find yourself back where you started. Yeah, thanks, Anthony. I think mine is either Mallard or Flying Scotsman. I think I have a soft spot for the 37, because the 37 was the first loco I ever bought with my own money, because I had 15 quid and I went into the hobby shop. I said, I want a loco. I've got 15 quid. What you got? And he said, well, I've got this one. I've just broken out of a set. You can have this for 15 quid. And that was the first loco I ever got when I was 14, 15. From my paper round money. I parked my car in the middle of a field. Even the Met Office is warning people about dreaded trampolines. Yeah, you never know, I might wake up with a trampoline in my garden. Yeah, I got the Pico check rubber as well. But I just find this, I think this one from Gauge Master has only come out in the past year. It's a pinky color. I think it's aluminium oxide. It does a really good job. The older Gauge Master one, which I have one as well, that tends to, when you clean the track, a lot of bits come off it. Whereas this one, this is my favorite track rubber at the moment. I think it's really, really good. Has anyone got a village town scene on their layout? How did you do it? Did you have it overlooking the track, or did you have the same level on the track work? The 6x4 layout I done, John, if you look back through the videos, you'll see it. That had a small sort of town scene. It just had one street. If you have a look back through my videos, you'll see it and you'll get an idea. What date does summer fall this year? Oh, Graham's in Leamington Station. He could be in and out by the time I get to the end of the chat. How you doing, Graham? Traffic lights make an alien invasion sound. Yeah, Summer, what's that? Yeah, Leslie's off for more tea. Don't get buffer lock, mostly couplings that don't like each other. Recorded. Oh, what's recorded? What did I do? Jason Lee, good evening. I don't think I said hello to you or seen the... What's the number of the class 40 in the cabinet? I'm not sure if it's a class 40 or class... It might be a 45. It's D163. Of course, it's not top, so I can't look at the number and go, oh, yeah, that's a 40 or whatever. Oh, I was off to sleep. Yeah, take care, Ivo. I treated myself at Christmas to a BR Blue Bachman 37. Ooh. Yeah, I like Steam, but the idea of this layout was that one line would be sort of modern diesels and the other two lines would be Steam. Trampoline at a monkey's bears. Oh, have I got to the bottom or has my chat just crashed? Oh, class 40 in green at TMC. Class 46, okay. Okay, Matthew, take care. I think I got to put it to the bottom of the chat. If somebody put a question in there and I missed it, pop it in again. Or it may be that YouTube decided not to show it to me. I'm just opening my can of 7-Up Zero Sugar. Zero crack, as we would say in Ireland. Doesn't taste too bad, though. Right. Yeah, I think these locos just need a good clean. I'll wait till they go past and I'll just clean that bit of track. Okay, guys, Rob and Grace, take care. If you guys are out working tomorrow, stay safe. Look after yourselves out there. Oh yeah, that track is actually quite dirty. I just put the track rubber over it. I got that little bit of a shine to it. But as I was saying about track cleaning earlier, I don't know if people remember my layout previous to this. There was always one bit of track that always tarnished. Every week I would have to clean it. Whatever it was about the particular mix in that rail, it was all Pico track. It was just that one particular section would just tarnish. And it wasn't that the area that was in on the layout because there was 4 tracks together and it was just one particular length of track that would just tarnish so quickly. Okay, Joshua, take care. Catch you again. Right, what time? Well, we're up to 8:30. I'll keep going for another half hour because I don't think Jason is on tonight. So, anybody who's new here, wants to know about this layout, I'll give you a quick rundown of it. So, it's a modular layout. It's got 4 running lines around the top. Underneath is a storage yard. It's made up of, so it's 12 foot by 7 foot. So it's made up of 2.5 foot by 4 foot sections, 3 of those down this side, 3 down that side, and then a 2 foot by 2.5 foot section, either end joining those together. It's not going to be modeled on a particular era or anything like that. I just run what I like. So the idea is that maybe for 15 minutes I'll be running Irish trains, and for the next 15 minutes I'll be running UK trains, and then maybe I might be running steam trains or something like that. Over here is going to be the TMD, which I'll actually do that now. I'll show you the, if I go to this, and then where's my roaming camera? This one here. I'll just quick thing on the chat. Oh, Ermines Road, Pete's in. How you doing, Pete? Did I change the piece of track? No, I never changed it. And then when I ripped it up, I didn't put that track to one side, so that track is somewhere. I don't know. I haven't come across it now in this layout, so it means it's still in the box somewhere. Right, let me just crawl out, and I'll use the... So, TMD, of course, that 37's stopped blocking it now. So we have this outer loop here, and you can see we've got a point coming along here, and this will bring you into the TMD. And it goes through these points here, around here, which is going to be the head shunt. And then we can go back through here. Going to have a siding off here. Got a 3-way point here, which is obviously it coming in. Then these 2 go off to be what will be the engine shed, and then these ones are going to go off into sidings. So I'm going to have like a fueling point, maybe a loco wash, something like that. This is about as far as I've gotten. Probably the first video on it is going to be here, because I wanted to get this track down, get the points in position, because I want to get the decoders, the DCC concepts decoders, and I've sort of worked it. So I've got 4 points on this board and 4 points on this board. So I can use the 4-point controllers on this board and 1 on this board. And that way it cuts down a lot. Apart from the main bus, you've no connections running across for point motors. So it just makes it a little bit easier to wire. That's the theory anyway. So say 4 points on this board, 4 points on this board. So we've got 1, 2, and of course the 3-way point is 2. So that's 4 points. And then over here we got 1, 2, and then the 2 points for coming off, and the 1 for the crossover there. That's another 4 points. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, I think that'll just my plan for there. Right, I'll crawl back under. And we'll go back to the 4 screens. There we go. Do I have a class 45? Again, I'll have to check to see what that is. I can't remember what it is. Thanks, Raimo. What cameras am I using for the 4 views? Well, this camera here is my mobile phone. This camera here is one of the Microsoft cameras, the little round ones. This one here is a Trust webcam, and the one that's looking down at is also the same Trust webcam. So I have 3 laptops. See, I used to work in IT, so these are old laptops. They just have an operating system on them, and they're used purely just to run webcams. So I have an old one up there hooked up to that webcam that's giving the overview. This one down here is also hooked up to another laptop for this view. And I've got my main laptop here, which I run StreamYard and everything off, which this webcam is hooked up to. And then, of course, we've got my phone. So I hope that answers your questions on the cameras. Drone laptops, yeah. Yeah, well, the laptops actually are wired because I have my own wire coming in here. Because again, I work in IT, so I have all the things for running Cat5, Cat6 cable. There's a dedicated switch in here for this room and router. So they're all connected by, the laptops are all connected through the switch by Cat6. So they're all well connected, and I have a fiber connection coming into the house. So normally it works fine, but like all internet connections, even if you have fiber or something like that, when everyone's on the internet in the evening, you have the contention ratio and things do slow down. Not that your speed's bad, but the fact that everyone's using the internet. Fire optics are good for building. Yes, they are. They're very good for building interior lighting. I've never tried it, but yeah. This is really neat. I've never been on a live chat. I do this every Thursday, Alan. Well, most Thursdays. And it's really handy for someone like yourself who's got a question. You'll find most of the people in here is a real friendly bunch. It's the same people in every week. Come in and ask questions, give me a hard time, especially Simon. And like a lot of these people in here I've met at different shows when I've been over in the UK. And it's generally the model railway community is a decent bunch of people. Like everyone, we have a few assholes that are around that, you know, but majority are good. It's good crack in here. We all, you know, we'll try and help each other out because we've all got different levels of knowledge, and some people are better at baseboard building or electrics, and some people are better at scenery and stuff. And it's just we bounce off each other and helping each other out. And that's what I really like about doing my Thursday night live streams. It's the same bunch of people in. We can have a laugh. You know, Brian will find something that I've done wrong, so then he can put it in his monthly waffle. Okay, Howard, catch you again. Thanks for dropping in. So close to getting turned around, but not from our next streams. TCC issues. No, Raymond. Hard time. And so since I done, because all these sections here weren't properly wired in until a couple of weeks ago, since I wired them in, you can now run the stuff at a nice slow pace. When the wheels aren't dirty and they keep stopping, but you can see most of the other stuff has kept running. Andy Puffcandy Dobson, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Raymond, do we have to have a chat in my plastic covered room? Oh dear. How are you doing, Andy? How are you keeping, sir? All right, anybody got any other questions for me now? I think I got to the bottom of the chat. You said that's a potty mouth. Yes, it is a bit of a. I tried to say it under my breath. Is the Villa Rose? Yeah, the Villa Rose is still going. That's just on the main street there on the left as you head through the town towards Letterkenny Easterbound. Yeah, it's still there. Actually, I've never been in it. But then why would you stay in a hotel that's next door to you? Right, I tell you what, let's, I'm going to take this 37 off. And I'm going to put this 56 on. Let that have a run around. Let's give that some, as I already have that mapped in. Oh, I'm not going off too fast. I'm going to have a look at this 37 now just to see how dirty the wheels are. Oh yeah, they're filthy. Yeah, there's caked up dirt on all of them. So I will give them a good clean sometime over the weekend. End of the day, it's about community, and it's an awesome community that's on here, and we share the same passion otherwise. Yeah, absolutely, Simon. We've, you know, it's, we can all have fun and swear about our model railways when they do things like derail and uncouple and now, I don't know what's going on with that 56 because it's got the white lights on both ends, which is not right. Obviously, need a bit of a CV adjustment. Actually, that 7-Up-0 isn't too bad. Maybe I'm just getting older and losing my taste. I have a doctor's appointment, so I'll be watching your next video soon. Are you off now, Alan? Okay. I've started playing WoW. It's addictive. Oh, of course. I've been fiddling with the wire under this here, so I bet this point is now dead, which is why it's stopping all the time. Because this board here and this one here aren't permanently wired in. Oh no, it's just saying it's live. Oh, that bit's dead. That's what the problem is. So that bit of track there is dead, which is why it keeps stopping there. As I say, this board and this board isn't wired up properly. Advise everyone to get one of these, or you can make one if you've got an LED or whatever. I think this was like a $5 from Block Signaling. So handy. Oh, Lord Howell's in the house. Dip cap. Good evening, sir. How you doing? I started watching your video earlier on of your steam engine. Oh God, name's gone out of my head now. I'm thinking A5, but no, that's what our that's what we have on Donegal Railways. Standard class 5, isn't it? Using the AliExpress bundle feature to buy 10 items. Oh. I have. Anybody get emails from Rail of Sheffield? The past 2-3 weeks, I've been getting 1 or 2 emails a day from them. Very tempting stuff, but a lot of stuff coming through. Dead exciting to hear about dead points. Oh. In other words, everyone please be safe and we'll say some prayers for you all. I think we're going to need them, Alan. The emails from Rails and TMC are a bit overboard. Yeah, they are. I don't get emails from TMC. I never signed up for them. But Rails, yeah, just so many. Like, it's good to get the information and see the stuff, but it's very tempting. Yes, constant emails from Rails TMC. Delete before reading them, so I'm not tempted. I was looking at a garden hose from Amazon, 5,924.40, or roughly 300 a meter. What is it, gold? Yeah, it's amazing when you go online to buy some stuff and you look at it and there's just something there. Obviously, somebody must have inputted it wrong because you're just like, what? How many tracks can I run trains on? Well, I have 4 tracks up here, Andy, so I can have 4 trains going. Then I have 2 loops underneath, which, if it wasn't covered in bits and pieces of stuff and wires hanging down on these 2 sections, I could run another 2 trains down there. So I'll be able to do that once I get these boards wired in properly, because at the moment, these boards here, the droppers, are just hanging down. Obviously, I haven't cut the tracks yet, so they're still powered from the east sections that are, which is why that bit's dead over there, because that's been cut. So, and I did have a short there earlier on because one of the wires was on the track underneath, so I've just pushed it out of the way, which has obviously made that section dead, which is why the train keeps stopping, which it shouldn't do because that has all-wheel pickups and it's enough to get across that gap. But anyway, ideal worlds and all that. Just a normal 20-meter hose lock. Well, Todd Armstrong, good evening. So again, TMD over there. This is going to be a scenic section here. It's probably going to be a little hill there that the sort of the runaround bit for the TMD goes into, just to hide it a little bit. Want to have a river scene coming through here somewhere. And then, again, there's going to be tunnels here, things, because you've got tracks coming in at different levels over here. And then it's going to come around. There's going to be a smallest station here. That's the sort of general plan. Was going to put like a steam engine shed down that end. I don't think I'm going to have space, so I might just skip that and just stick with the TMD, because the whole idea is this is modular to take its shows. So it can be stood outside, and kids can have a pad and control the trains in the TMD, or they can control the trains going around here. This center section won't actually be stood in it, because the whole idea is there will be another layout sitting on top, which is going to be 009 and have Donegal rail cars running around it. So the scenery will sort of go up. So there'll be a central sort of hill, and there'll be a loop of track going around that. Probably a little station on it with just a rail car or something looping around. So lots to do here. This is going to take another 12, 18 months easily. You know, probably got a couple of months of working on it here before we get into the spring, summertime, and then it's other stuff takes priority. But that's the sort of general plan. I give that 108 just, well, it's not 108, but it's his running number. A little bit more juice and just see if it gets over that gap every time. No, the weather hasn't hit me yet. I think it's hitting Maura down in Kerry. She's right down the south of the country. We're not due to have a red warning here to 6 a.m. And I think someone said there that we're forecast winds of 96 miles an hour. Which, yeah, as I said, I'll probably try and do a live stream tomorrow morning, because nobody's working here. Red warning, the country's shut down. So if I have power and internet, I might just do a video tomorrow, so we can have a look out the window to see what the weather's doing. You might be able to see anything. As you're in the red zone. The whole, I can't believe when I looked at the map and the whole of the country is in the red zone. I always hope you're well. My computer's a bit laggy at the moment. No problem, Todd. I'll say, well, I'm going to keep going to 9 o'clock, which is another 8 minutes. And then I'm going to call it a night, because the throat's getting sore with chatting for this long. It's quite funny. I'm quite an introvert person, so I'm not very, you put me in a room of crowded people, I'm not very talkative. But sitting chatting to you guys for an hour and a half on a Thursday evening. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, the sooner I get these hunt couplings in, the better, I think. I'll have to, if I get a chance, look at that tomorrow just to make that section live. Yeah, someone was saying that, yeah, it's class, same as a Cat 3 hurricane, which is, well, Cat 6 one. Yeah, so no part of Ireland is left out, yeah. Nothing, I have to sit in a room talking to myself too. I wonder, like, some of the neighbors must be wondering what I'm doing. They just see me in here, because we've got a big window and there's no curtains on it. So they must see me in there on a Thursday night with like these lights up. Thinking, what's he doing? Seeing all these tiny trains running around. It's ferocious here at the moment. Rain is bucketing and wind very strong. We don't hit the storm until midnight. Well, take care, Maura. I've got to say, right. Points are working well. All right, thanks once again. No problem, John. Here to help if I can do anything. The night of the big wind, 1839. I never took a question what I'm doing. What was I going to say? Yeah, of course, coming up next week is the commemoration of the accident on the Onkara viaduct in Donegal, where during a storm, the train got blown off the viaduct, and I think it was 8 people were killed. I should know this, but Need to check up on it, but I think it was 8 people. There's actually a commemoration at the viaduct next week, which I'm hoping to get to. So yeah, anybody who's in the north or in Ireland, we're doing a show in Derry and Donegal on the 22nd and 23rd of February. And anybody who's near Worley wants advice, they're having open day on the 16th of February. If you're about, go and have a look at the Worley Club. I'm going to be there because I'm picking up a layout from them. So I'll be there in Worley on the 16th. I got the calendars. Yeah, Niall sent me on the email that you sent. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Flymo. There was some issue with when the order goes through and somebody pays by PayPal, PayPal send a notification, and we never received that email. So I'm not, because we haven't got a record of that email, Niall's not sure whether they were posted out and they got lost in the post, or whether we just, because we didn't get the notification, they didn't go out, because we get, I'll say, notification from the website and from PayPal. Don't know what happened there. Can only apologize about it. Hello from the dumpster fire side of the pond. Thumbs up, guys. McCarville Studios, how you doing? That was Maura off. All right, take care, Maura. Stay safe. Yeah, it's all very calm outside. I can't hear anything. I am normally storms like that wouldn't bother me, but the fact that they've been warning about this and gone red and it doesn't look good, that just wondering what I'm going to wake up to tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's the 100-year anniversary now next week of the accident. A beautiful clear sky. Yeah, it wasn't actually a bad day here because I was in the museum earlier on. So we're taking down some boards and everything, and then it started to get a bit windy and a bit rain, and it was just like, whoa. And then it cleared away, blue skies again. At the moment, we definitely have the calm before the storm. But we have all my battery packs charged up. The phones will be going on charge tonight. Make sure they're fully charged. Got torches and batteries and everything. I got a gas camping stove if the power goes out, so we can have some hot food. And so all that. It'll just be a case of just hunkering down for a day or two if we need to. Like I say, everything is closed in Ireland tomorrow. When there's a red warning, public transport closes down, so there's no trains, no buses tomorrow. Nobody should be out in the roads. Businesses have been told to close. I got a notification from Lidl saying they will be closed while the red warning is active and will open up an hour after the red alert is lifted. So, of course, went to Lidl today just to get a loaf of bread. Everyone's been in there panic buying. Like, the storm's going to last a day, guys. You know, so there's no, same old thing. There's no toilet paper left. Like, the same thing happened during COVID. Everybody went mad and bought toilet paper. There's no bread, no milk, no nothing left in the shops. Tested generator earlier. Yeah, that's something I've always wanted to get a generator just so I could run the internet router. Yes, of course, that's the thing as well. This time of year, if the electric goes out, there's no heating. Now, we have a room, 2 rooms with open fire, so we can light the fire and keep those rooms warm. But, you know, with no electricity to run the pump, you have no hot water or warm rooms. But hey, the worst is going to be off for a week at the most, I would have thought. Try telling Asda to close during your wet warning until they will find a way to keep it open. Nice one, Brian. Can people panic buy our shop? Yes. Everyone head over to Brian's. Panic buy your trains. All for a week, famous last words. Well, I remember the storm in that famous one where Michael Fish, someone said, oh, there are hurricanes coming. And he said, no, there's no hurricane coming. And then there was a picture of him the next day, still in the weather office because he couldn't get home, looking rather disheveled. We had no power for 5 days. And I remember thumbing a lift into town to go to one of the chip shops just to get some bags of chips, because at the time our house was all electric, so we had no cooking, nothing like that, and getting bags of chips and going back out to the house with them and seeing the SB guys, workers in there, where they were just trying to fix fault after fault, and they looked absolutely exhausted. You know, they were covered in muck. They were soaking wet where they'd been tramping through fields to try and find where the poles had come down and wires. And it was just... 1987. Was it 87? Or was it 89? It was 87, wasn't it? New Model Railway, good evening. There's Aldi had Easter eggs and tubes. There was, where was I? I was in Poundland just before Christmas and they had Easter eggs out. And the woman at the till said somebody came in today and bought 2 Easter eggs. So I'm sure there was somebody who had Easter eggs for Christmas. Definitely 87, yeah. Remember, I was in Hastings. Well, I was in Donegal. I was still living at home because I would have been 87. I would have been 13. And I remember what we done is, because the power was out and it was so cold, we had an open fire. We pulled all the mattresses into the front room and we slept in the front room for 4 nights or something like that. Being young and the kids being small, they thought it was great. It was like, you know, sleep over in the front room, camping, doing the old thing of having a fork and doing toast on an open fire. Oh, Andy was in Bonnie, Scotland. Minus 20 degrees. Was it that cold that year, Alan? Brian was in Telford. Everyone's giving away their ages now. A week of work on street lighting as it was too bad to drive on the roads. Really? Oh, there we are. It's after 9 o'clock now, guys. I'm going to call it a night because I need to get things sorted and settled down. I need to have some tea, and so I'm going to say goodnight. I might do a live stream in the morning if I have power and internet. Just chat to you guys, see who's about for half an hour or so in the morning, maybe about 10 o'clock. We'll see. Not making any promises. Other than that, there's probably not going to be a video out this week because I'm not going to get it edited. I'm sorry, guys. But I'll be back for my live stream next week, hopefully, all being well. So take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys coming in. And thanks again to all my channel members. And I'll say goodnight, and hopefully I will see you all next week. So take care, everyone. And good luck in the storm, guys. Stay safe, everybody. Don't take any chances. Bye.